Hey everybody, so this is dubose, and this is going to be my first video for YouTube. Well, it's going to be one of my first Yu-Gi-Oh videos actually. It's going to be a deck profile for Wind-Up Inzektors after the release of Order of Chaos. I gotta say, one of my favorite packs out now. I've collected 2 full Wind-Up decks since the pack was released. 2 full Inzektor decks since the pack was released. So this pack has been very kind to me and my friends. I had wind-ups built the week after, but the wind-up deck I played involved 1 rat and 1 shark, which was very terrible, but I did okay. I went undefeated, but in top 2 I came into some difficulties when my combos were make a level 3, a level 4, and a level 5, and the guy goes dark hole, and then I was trying to come back. I ended up winning because I played Gores. I don't tend to play Gores with this, well, I don't play Gores with this build, but I gotta say, I should. Okay, so I got 3 sharks, 3 wind-up rats, 2 magicians. People like 3, but with a wind-up Inzektor build, I played 2 magicians, 1 hunter, excuse me. So 3 wind-up rats, 3 sharks, 2 magician, 1 hunter. That's 9 cards for the wind-up loop. Obviously, everybody knows what shark and magician can do by themselves. People tend to like 3 magician, but in a wind-up Inzektor build, 2 magician, excuse me, is plenty. It really is. You tend to dead draw magician more than you believe. And then there's enough said about rat. Rat can't really do much. So that's the wind-up thing. I ended up skipping my hand traps, but just 2 maxis and 2 veilers. It's pretty enough said. 2 maxi, 2 veiler. Okay, I play a 9-card Inzektor loop as well as a 9-card wind-up loop. So I play, the 3 centipedes, the 3 dragonflies, and the 3 hornets. Okay, this card, extremely good. Good. But it can be stopped very easily. So you kind of play the 9 cards and 9 cards. It tends to make 50-50, you would believe. But you actually tend to go for wind-ups a lot more just because they synchro spam, or not synchro spam. I'm still in the last couple formats. XYZ spam the field. This is what ends up getting the cards you cannot get off the field with these, and then this takes cards out of your opponent's hand. There's actually a nifty little loop that actually tends to go, Dragonfly, equipped Hornet, destroy, bring out Centipede, equipped, destroy, make a Zen Mighty. And then when you activate Zen Mighty's effect to bring out the Hunter, you special summon a Shark. Tribute the Zen Mighty. It goes straight from Inzektor loop to wind-up loop using a Dragonfly, a Hornet, and a Shark. I tend to find that combo very useful when my opponent goes first. They go, I set 2, leave 4 cards in my hand. I go, okay, I go Dragonfly to Hornet. I blow the 2 up, and then I go discard 3 out of their hand, leave them with 2 cards next turn. Me, usually I will have a Leviathan or a Zenmain, depending on, what I see them being played. But it tends to make really good combos, even though you wouldn't always think so. Alright, so I play 1 tour guide. I only have 1. If I had 2 more, I would obviously play them. But with this deck, I played two searches for the. I play Tour Bus and Sangan alongside the tour guide. It's a lone tour guide, and it actually puts my deck with the Tour Bus and tour guide at 42 cards. So before I play a tournament, I take these 2 out. But this is just for playtesting with my friends because they get really pissed off when I draw this first turn. I go summon, and then I show them a Monster Reborn or a Shark. They get very angry. So it tends to play well very, most of the times. I've never dead drew it. It cannot be a dead draw unless it's very late game and I don't have either of these in my deck. But that's obvious why you have a tour bus. Its effect activates. You can return something else. Return Sangan. Doesn't matter. It really does not matter. Tour bus has saved me a couple of times from Black Wings. I've played random plant decks that have returned Global Bulbous, Spore. What else? I was actually playing another wind-up deck one time. I returned their Hunter so they couldn't combo me the next turn. I've even done it to the Hornet. It's a very good card, this format. People don't really see it coming too much, just because, you know, it's underrated if you don't have this, but it's okay by itself. So I play these three. Like I said, I take those two out for a tournament. BLS, you know, it's BLS. What do I gotta say? I play two Birdmans. There's my synchro. I mean my tuners for my synchro. The little synchroing I do, I use Birdman. Birdman makes rats undead. Your dragonfly is undead. Returns back to your hand. You can use them again. You can go, you know, tour guide into tour bus. Return tour guide with Birdman. Now you can use that tour guide to bring out the Sangan next turn if you need to. And then, I mean, it's just bad. Birdman is a good card. People underrate it, and with Max C in this format, Birdman kind of gets hit a couple times. People tend to underestimate him, but I like him. He gives me my tuners, like I said. Enough said about Birdman. So my trap lineup, I play five traps. It is Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, Solemn Judgment, and then 2 warnings. That's enough said. Okay. I play 14 spells and traps. So I play, you know, 28 fucking monsters. That's a high monster count, but like I said, 19, and then I play those, the 3 tour guide engine cards, the 3 BLS, and then I play the 4 of these. So there's the extra 10, plus the 18. So, 2 MSTs, needed. Monster Reborn, Book of Moon, Heavy Storm, Mind Control, and then Dark Hole. Stable. Pot of Avarice and Foolish Burial. You don't need to play these, but you need to play this. And you need to play this format before this goes. I have a feeling like this card may be hit. People don't think it will be, but I do. This card is so underestimated. If I had 3 of these this format, at the same time that I had 3 of these last format, I would be raping tits. Hyperlibrarian becomes broken with Pot of Avarice. It doesn't matter. A lot of things. People believe plants are going to be hit this format. I don't really care. I have 2 sets of plant decks, and it's whatever. I don't really care. I have wind-ups and Inzektors and all that stuff, so I can play this format if it goes that way. But if Inzektors and wind-ups get hit, I can trade them off slowly and then rebuild my plant deck, which I'll be very happy about. I don't know. People believe plants are going to get slandered and fucking thrown against the wall. I don't see the point in banning both Glow Bulb and Spore at the same time. If anything, take the cards Foolish Burial, Pot of Avarice, and 1/1 out of every deck. You can play Foolish Burial in any deck. You can play Pot of Avarice in any deck. You can play 1/1. You cannot play 1/1 in any deck. Necessarily you can, but since Veilers are played in almost every deck now, but I would not play it in any deck. 1/1 is still a broken card in plants. I gotta say 1/1 will be broken in Light Sworns if they tend to bring Lumina up to 2, like they say they will. If Lumina goes to 2, I'll be very impressed with Light Sworns, but I will not be very impressed when Light Rays tend to come out, and I don't know. A lot of things going on with format changes and ban lists, but I'm not going to get into discussion about that. I'm going to get into discussion about my decks, so there's the spells. Go on to the next one. Spells and traps. Alright, so the extra deck. I got 14 cards in it right now, so I don't know what I guess the 5th card, the last card would be a Synchro or something. My Synchro engine's pretty basic. Let's run it down. I go Stardust, Bryanak, Trishula, and then Black Rose. That's pretty much it. Like I said, I can add one more, maybe Scrap, maybe a Catastor, maybe a Gaia Knight. I really do not know. It depends on what I tend to want to make more just to get me out of situations, because it's an extra card. I don't need it to win the game, but it's something I could use to, like I said, help me out of a situation I couldn't get out of otherwise. So 3 wind-ups and mighties. It's a staple in a wind-up deck. It is the card that goes boss-ass fucking plays. It goes hand loop. It does what it does. Wind-up carries and mighty. If you don't know what it does, you need to fucking hit yourself against a fucking rock. Okay. Leviair. I just recently, because this sleeve's blue, it's not orange, I just recently threw this in there for the 14th card. I had 13 in there earlier today, but I added Leviair and Stardust. I didn't actually have Stardust in there before. I only played those 3. And I played Instant Fusion with Fusionish and stuff like that. But that wasn't my original wind-up build with Rabbits and Factories. But Leviair, I'm going to put 2 Leviairs in there because this is an Inzektor build. And people get gutsy as hell when they see Chain Disappearance. So, I don't know. It just seems like I'm going to need 2 Leviairs to get me out of combos. I'm going to steal their stuff. I actually was playing Exodia, no lie, and I ended up making him lose because he couldn't do anything. I go Leviair, and I bring back his Exodia piece to banish with Gold Sark, and I stole it and made a Utopia with it, and he got angry. This is over DN, and I'm glad it wasn't in real life, because this guy probably would have came over the table at me. He got angry, because he couldn't do anything. Okay, so I summon Giga Brilliant. It gives me a light, guys. People underestimate this card, but with insects and stuff, it is very underestimated. 2100, 2400. All my other guys, Utopia's at 3100. What am I doing? I don't care. And then Utopia, there's my other light. It's a good card. And then these last 3 I will discuss is 2 Leviathans. People don't tend to play 2 Leviathans much. They like to play 1. Sometimes 2, but they don't make 2. I'm an avid player of Leviathan Dragon. Since I've played an XYZ deck, I have to play 2. If I make 1 Leviathan and you get rid of it, or you stop the summon, and then there's another play in the game, in that exact same game, where I can make a 2nd Leviathan and I can win or do some damage to you or get over a big guy with it, and I don't have one of these in my graveyard, I'm gonna pop myself in the fucking shin. But ever since then, I've played 2, and 2 have came in handy. I've actually won many of games because I've played 2. And I'm very happy for that because Leviathan's one of my favorites. I picked up my ultis, and I'm looking for an ulti first head. If anybody has one in the Pensacola area, PM me, or whatnot, comment. Okay, so Wind Up Zenmaines. This would be my 15th card if I had a second Wind Up Zenmaines. Zenmaines, so fucking broke. Its card is retarded. Cyber Dragon says, fuck Zenmaines, but I don't give a shit, because look at Zenmaines. I mean, he skyrocketed a good $45 in the past, how long? YCS Atlanta has made him skyrocket a little bit. It's kind of funny that in YCS Atlanta, TG Stun ends up winning. You know, it was an unseen meta change that people decided to do, like Heroes. Heroes were ended up taking wind-ups and Inzektors out of the game and stuff. I don't know. I can't really say that TG Stun is the best deck out there right now, but people will say TG Stun is the best deck to beat. I don't know. I'll play TG Stun with my deck. I'm not afraid. I mean, it's really about side decks, personally, people. If you happen to side deck correctly for a certain you know, player, a certain duel, a certain deck, which is usually what you do, you can beat it. Like, we actually have, okay, my side deck's weird. I usually play 2 Ryos, 2 Doom Cows, and then, you know, Chain Disappearance, but I actually took Chain Disappearance out, and it did me well this weekend, because I had a Shadow and Prisoning Mirrors. I didn't actually have an Inzektor matchup, but it just seems like Shadow and Prison Mirror helps you a lot more this format, and with Leviair in the format, I don't tend to play Chain Disappearance. But if I know somebody doesn't have a Leviair, or there's no Leviairs in the area, then I will play Chain Disappearance all day. But anyway, everybody, this is Inzektor Wind-Ups. Test your build. Like I said, it's a 42 card deck with Tour Guide and Tour Bus, so take those 2 out, or don't add those, period. And it's a 40 card deck. It's very consistent. Build it with 9 each, and then kind of sway and go back and forth. See which build you like better. See which engine you like better, and then play towards that. Like I said, I played towards this build because it's a build that I get associated with, and it's my type of playing deck. You might not think so, but I'm inviting you to share my build and give me comments. Criticism is always good, people. And like I said before, this is Cameron Dubose, and I'll be signing off.